Hi, I'm Mac McAnally, the designer of Fire at Will. Fire at Will is a two-player, real-time card game that plays in 10 to 15 minutes. It's the last battle of the long War of the Skies between Illyria and the Northwall Confederation. You'll take on the role of captain of one of the two remaining airships, and only the speed and accuracy of your gunners will decide the conflict. In this video, I'll show you how to set up and play the game. There will be a fast play phase followed by a scoring phase. Players each take one of the two decks for either Illyria or the Northwall Confederation. Each deck has 72 action cards, 6 starter action cards, 18 battle flag cards, 6 numbered action pile cards, 1 gunner's mate card, 4 master gunner cards that are used in advanced play, and a scoring aid. The actions are load, ready, aim, fire, and maneuver. Before setup, set aside the battle flag cards and the master gunner cards. Players should sit across from each other. Lay out your 6 action pile cards ordered 1 to 6 from left to right. Place your 6 starter cards face down behind them. Shuffle the remaining action cards and deal 12 cards face down on top of each starter card. Then, flip over each pile so that all of the starter cards are on top and all of your cannons are ready to be loaded. These are your command decks, one for each cannon, which you will use in the fast play phase. The action piles represent what actions your gunners have taken and will be scored at the end of the battle. The gunner's mate pile will be used to set aside action cards during the battle for later play. When both players have completed their setup, you are ready to play. Now that both players are ready, the players declare "Fire at Will" and the battle is on. You attack by playing cards from any one of your 6 command decks to any one of your 6 action piles you will build. As part of the challenge of the game, only one hand may be used to play cards. A basic shot is made by playing a load card and then a fire card onto the same action pile. You can improve the accuracy and point value of your shots after loading by first readying your cannon and then aiming it before firing. This is done by playing cards in the order load, ready, aim, fire. After a cannon is fired by one of your gunners, a new shot sequence can be started for the same cannon by playing a new load card on top of a fire card. It's important to note that you don't have to complete a shot on one cannon before working on a shot for another cannon. You're going to have to react to the cards available in your command decks and gunner's mate pile. However, once you play a card to an action pile, it can't be moved. At some point during the battle, you may get stuck and don't want to play any of the cards available in your command decks. Rely on your trusty gunner's mate to help sort things out. At any time, you can play a card from a command deck to the gunner's mate pile for later use. You can only play cards from the top of the gunner's mate pile to an action pile. At the end of the war, there's only a few crew left on this ship, and each of the gunners need to take a turn steering the ship into position. Play each maneuver card on its matching numbered action pile. If you outmaneuver your opponent by playing the most correct maneuvers, you'll receive a bonus during scoring. You want to play your maneuvers between shots, as any shot interrupted by a maneuver won't score. After you complete a shot with a fire card, you can play one of your battle flag cards on top of your opponent's action pile directly across from your shot. If the shot was fired in the action pile second from your left, you must play the battle flag on your opponent's cannon second from your left. Playing a battle flag covers the last card on their action pile and creates confusion for your opponent, but it doesn't interrupt their shot sequence. In addition, battle flags can score you additional points during the scoring phase if you play them correctly. Be careful though, as playing a battle flag on your opponent when you haven't made a successful shot will come with a big penalty during the scoring phase. If you play 2 or more load cards before a fire card, you create a breach explosion and will face another steep penalty in the scoring phase. If you think you've loaded a cannon twice, you can always play one of your own battle flag cards on top of it to unload the cannon. You can then start a new shot by playing a load card on top of a battle flag card. Once a player has played all the cards from their command decks and gunner's mate pile, they turn over the gunner's mate card and announce "Cease fire" and the battle is over. The other player must stop playing immediately, remove all unplayed cards from the game, and both players move on to the scoring phase. When the smoke clears, it's time to see who rules the skies. Both players can score simultaneously, or one at a time for added drama. First, remove all of your opponent's battle flag cards from each of your action piles and place them in a stack in front of each unit. It's important to make separate piles for each cannon and also to leave your own battle flag cards in place, as they may interrupt one of your shots or prevent a breach explosion. One action pile at a time, review your shot sequences. You'll use cards from each successful shot to add to your score pile as points. Turn the action pile over and begin by flipping over the top card and revealing cards in the order they were played. For a shot with cards in the order load, ready, aim, fire, you score 2 points. Add any 2 of the cards to your score pile and discard the others. Also add one of your battle flag cards from that cannon's stack to the score pile if available. If you manage to play load, ready, aim, fire, also check to see if all of the cards have the same number of stars. If they do, you score the sharpshooter shot. Instead of 2 cards, add all 4 cards to the score pile, plus the battle flag card. For any other shot with 1 load and 1 fire, add only 1 card from the shot sequence to your score pile, plus a battle flag, and discard the others. This may be a sequence such as load fire, load aim fire, or load ready aim 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 fire. In this case, your gunner aimed very well, but took too long to get the shot off. When you flip a maneuver card, if it's in the correct action pile, place it on the action pile card for later scoring. If it's in the wrong pile, add it to the discard pile. If you loaded your weapon twice before firing, you create a breach explosion, which destroys your cannon. Some examples of a breach explosion are load load fire, or load ready load aim fire. When a breach explosion occurs, none of those cards score, and neither do any remaining cards played in that cannon's action pile. Add all of the cards to the discard pile, along with any of your remaining battle flag cards for that cannon. After you've scored each action pile, check to see if you have any unclaimed battle flags. Each unclaimed battle flag means some of your shots didn't succeed, or a flag was placed on the wrong pile. For each unclaimed battle flag, remove 3 cards from your score pile. When both players have finished scoring, determine who has played the most maneuver cards correctly. Both players add their maneuver cards to their score pile, but the person that played the most has outmaneuvered their opponent, and reclaims the same number of cards from their discard pile as a bonus. Once each player has completed their score pile, compare the height of the 2 score piles to determine the victor. If it's really close, count the cards. If you're feeling some rookie nerves and could use a training run, I'd suggest playing a basic game to start. Playing without the battle flags can help you learn the shot sequence more effectively. So now you're ready for battle. Stock your ammunition, aim true, and fire at will.